What's up guys, it's Shing Slogar and I'm here to do a quick review of the Viofo A129 dual dash camera. The thing that appealed to me most about this dash cam was the price point. It was sub $150 I believe when I bought it. Also, it's a newer product, so there weren't many reviews online, and I wanted to put something out there to maybe help you guys with your buying decisions. So something that stuck out about this camera in particular was it's 1080p on both the front and the back. Now we're seeing some newer models that are coming out with just a single front-facing dash cam that are 4K, and maybe one on the back that at best is a 1080p. But a lot of the dual setups for a while have been 1080p on the front and VGA quality on the back. So we're going to take a look at this one. It's definitely not the top of the line model, and I'm not an expert by any means. I'm going to insert some shots of day and night driving. I don't have the hardware kit or the GPS module. These both are add-ons that you can get for the camera. So GPS module is around $30 to get that attachment, so if I do want it, it is compatible with that. The hardwiring kit, I'm not really worried, and if you're not aware, the hardware module will be if someone rammed into your car while you weren't there and the car was off. So most of these dash cams have either batteries or capacitors, and that's just for, you know, say you get into an accident and the power cuts. That's just so it can finish recording and save to the disk. A dash cam would not have a battery built in, like say a smartphone, to continually record. So if you want to record in a parking lot or on the side of the street, you have to get a hardware kit that'll connect straight up to your car's battery, and it'll just be in like an idle mode, and then any movements or bumps it registers. It will trigger the camera to wake up and start recording and save it to the disk. Let's go take a look. So I'm really impressed with the packaging. Something about good packaging, you know, like Apple products always come in really nice packaging. Always just impresses me. So first impressions, this thing is tiny. Let's see, this is the actual cable that's going to run all the way to the back of the car. As you could see, this is actually a little bit thick. I have seen people commenting on it's a little hard to run and conceal it. So we'll see how hard that is. That was one of my main concerns. I had to format the SD card. It's really easy to do that through the menu. Menu is actually surprisingly easy to navigate. It normally beeps. Thankfully there is a setting to turn that off. Now it is a little laggy when it comes to the buttons on here, but taking into consideration is processing 1080p 2x2. Really wide angle lens. You can't really see it well on here, but it's more like a fisheye, you know, which is good because you want to capture that full range. Alright guys, so as you can see, I have it mounted right up there. The power cable runs all the way down there. I was able to fit it in right in that crack, all the way down there and into my power port. I was a little worried because this is a low power port. I actually have a more powerful adapter for my phone because it doesn't charge that fast, but it works just fine. I wanted to be able to see it from the driver's seat, and actually in the manual they do tell you that that is the optimum install location. There is this material right here that could have blocked the lens. The best thing to do is when you're installing it is just kind of play it by ear. If you mount it lightly, you can reattach it if you need to. The lens up in the front does swivel, so that helps quite a bit. I also have the other cable for the rear camera running all the way here, and then it comes around here. The cable is actually pretty long, but even in the small car, I did have to actually reroute it. So initially it went over here and it went down there and then all the way to the back, but it was too short, so I actually ended up running it over here, down, and then it goes all the way back there. And I was actually able to seat it right over here. You can see it comes out over there. And that is actually the full length of the cable. I didn't hide anything. And there's a little bit of space right here between the heat wires that I was able to fit it. the cable, like I was mentioning earlier, the cable that runs to the back camera, yeah, it was a little bit thick, but I was able to fit it pretty discreetly into every single crack in my vehicle with not really any huge issue. Also, I overplayed a bit of making eye contact with the front camera while being in the driver's seat. Actually, there is a screensaver mode. By default, the screen shuts off after about 10 or 15 seconds, so it goes black, so it's not really a distraction, especially at night, which is good. My whole thing was I wanted to make visual eye contact with it so I could see if anything went wrong or I could access the buttons easily just while sitting in the driver's seat. But I don't really think that that's that huge of a deal. In fact, there is a demo install video that Viofo put out. And they actually installed, which is funny because in the manual they say, okay, put it a little bit to the right of the rear view mirror. In this demo video, they actually install directly underneath the rear view mirror, and I think that looks a little bit more professional. So I don't know, maybe next time I ever put one of these in, I might actually put it a little bit under the rear view mirror instead of off to the side. Now in some of these clips, you can see some fog, and I think I should probably clean off my windshield and the camera lenses a little bit with a microfiber cloth. But overall, the quality and the ability to see characters on license plates and whatnot, I don't really think that would have a huge impact on that. I also didn't show the mobile app that works with the camera. It does have built-in Wi-Fi, so it's both 2.4 and 5 GHz Wi-Fi. It works decently well. I wasn't expecting much out of it, and it's not like an amazing app, but it works fine. It's functional. You can live stream and you can download clips. Downloading clips does take a little bit of time, which is expected. They come up about a little bit over 600 meg for each clip, and then the camera clips it off and starts recording a new clip. Overall, not really any huge complaints with that. If you are trying to connect and you have your mobile data on, you will have to flip that off because I guess it tries to connect primarily over the internet connection, and that's not what network the camera's on. So make sure if you're having trouble, if you have this camera, flip off your data network and then try connecting through Wi-Fi. But overall, for this price point and functionality, I wouldn't really have any oppositions to getting this camera again, unless you're actually getting a 4K dual setup. Now I mentioned at the beginning of this video that they weren't that common. Actually, Blackview, they're a more premium line of cameras. They do have a 4K dual setup, which is 4K on the front and 1080 pixels on the back, but that's going to run you around $500 or so. So, you know, if you're willing to spend that much money, obviously more resolution is better. You're going to be able to see more detail. But in comparison to this, that's really hard to make that price point compelling. Alright guys, that's going to put a wrap on this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. I do apologize for the quality of this video. We got pretty bad lighting. I just got back from the gym. And also just starting to learn this whole editing, filming process. So I hope you'll stick with me for the long run. Hopefully we'll get a little bit better over the next couple months.